I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After highs this afternoon in the mid-60s to the mid-70s and elevated to near critical fire weather conditions, mainly over the western sandhills. A weak cold front tonight, dropping our highs tomorrow into the upper 50s to the mid-60s before we see a rebound into the 60s on Christmas Eve day. Near record highs are possible Christmas and Friday. They top out in the 60s to the low 70s. Morning fog and low clouds from moisture lifting north may limit that warm-up for Christmas Eve and Christmas. A strong cold front drops south and lowers our highs Saturday into the low to mid-50s and the 40s on Sunday. A warming trend ends the year before colder and slightly more unsettled weather could influence the first few days of the new year. The latest long-term forecast reflects the unsettled change. Nebraska and Kansas temperatures this weekend through the first 4 days of the new year still remain warmer than normal. Precipitation for Nebraska and Kansas now expected to be above normal this weekend through January 4th. Key weather factors impacting the markets include a stretch of record warm temperatures for the U.S. and uneven rainfall in South America. On the plains, highs today top 70 as far north as southern South Dakota, and readings reach 80 or higher in the northern panhandle of Texas. Highs should reach 60 or higher in much of Nebraska and parts of Missouri. Stormy weather with the threat of flooding reaches Southern California and the desert Southwest by midweek. 5-day precipitation could reach 5 to 10 inches or more in the Sierra Nevada, as well as higher elevations in California's coastal ranges. Light to moderately heavy precipitation affects the rest of the western U.S., excluding the southern Rockies. Dry weather prevails the next 5 days across large sections of the plains and the southeast. From the Great Lakes into the northeast, back-to-back storms deliver widespread precipitation, including some snow. A storm moves through parts of the U.S. this weekend, but with uncertain precipitation amounts. A quick burst of cooler air follows the storm after record-setting highs this Christmas week. Warm air quickly returns next week, especially across the plains. The eastern U.S. may stay cooler for a few days. On the Mississippi River, melting snow is providing a very limited boost to water levels that won't get above concerning levels. Overall, dry weather through the end of the year and next month is concerning for river transportation on the Mississippi. Southern Brazil continues to see more widespread and mostly beneficial rainfall this week. Parts of southeast Brazil get much less rain this week. A concern is temperatures should be very hot when it's not raining. Much of central Brazil expects scattered rain this week to boost soil moisture for soybeans moving into the pod fill stage. Across Argentina this past weekend, there was widespread rainfall, but with limited amounts across the south. Scattered rain continues across far northern Argentina most of this week. Additional scattered rain moves through Argentina this weekend and maintains mostly favorable soil moisture for developing corn and soybeans. With your check of the ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.